Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at the King Kong Apparel Core Backpack in the 25-liter wax canvas version. Now KNKG did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with KNKG prior to publication. They will see this when you do. In addition to that, there is an affiliate link in the description box down below. If you're considering buying this bag or any other product from KNKG, please consider using that link. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but I do earn a small commission from that sale. All the money goes back on the channel to help me produce more content so consumers can make informed purchasing decisions. Okay, so KNKG, I'd seen them, and the only reason I've seen them is actually because they're in my dashboard for one of the affiliate marketing companies that I work with. They make mostly workout apparel and workout gear, which I do work out. I'm a runner, but I don't lift weights and what this is geared towards. So I kind of dismissed them until they reached out and said, hey, we have a waxed backpack we would like you to take a look at. And I said, you know what? I like waxed backpacks. Of course, I will take a look at it. Now, this does have a few features on it that are gym-centric, but I want to answer this question right up top. And because I got this as a question on my unboxing video recently, was why wouldn't I use a wax canvas bag as a gym bag? And that's actually two reasons. One is a personal reasons. I find a wax bag to be more of a heritage bag, and I don't associate that with a gym bag, a workout bag. I associate a wax bag as like an EDC, or if I'm even out hiking, I would use sometimes a wax bag. I do generally carry a more technical bag when I'm hiking, but I would consider a wax bag for that application as well. But as a gym bag, I don't see a wax canvas bag as a traditional gym bag for me. So that's one of the reasons I wouldn't use it. And again, a personal reason. The other reason is more of a cleanliness reason. Wax canvas is spot clean only. I don't know about you, but when I go to the gym, and I used to go to the gym, I did have a gym membership until my daughter was born. Now I just don't have the time, so I just run early in the morning before work. But I sweat a lot at the gym, like a lot at the gym. So I'd be getting this bag covered in sweat. Even though, yes, I'm not working out with the bag. Well, I've rucked with bags before, but I wouldn't ruck with this bag. I'm very sweaty, so I'm always going to have some sort of clothing that's covered in sweat. If I take a shower at the gym, I'd have a wet towel. I'm setting this on the floor, either in the gym, in the locker room, in a locker, on a bench, in a floor. All of those I find to be not the cleanest places. A gym locker room, while they do their best to keep them clean, you're still got people walking around in bare feet. You still have sweat, you still have towels. All of this stuff is going to be on the floor, and that's where you're going to be setting your bag. And being spot clean only, it's not a great option, I think, as a gym bag, especially if you're carrying your lifting gear in here. Like, this is actually specially designed to wrap a gym belt around it, so you would probably carry this out into the gym with you, so you're not only having the locker room, you have on the gym floor, which I think opens it up to a little bit more room to get dirty, if you will. And being spot clean only, I don't think it's a good option. Anything like a nylon or a Cordura or a regular canvas, at the very least, you could soak those and you can clean them a little bit. Where spot clean only, you're going out there with a rag and you're rubbing it gently, because if you scrub it, you're going to remove the wax, and that defeats the entire purpose of having a wax bag. So I hope that long, drawn out explanation could explain why I would not use this as a gym bag, but it is designed to be so, because the core backpack comes in 3 different sizes. It comes in a 13 liter, a 25 liter, the wax is only available in 25 liter, and then I believe it was a 30 or 33 liter. I did look this up right before I decided to film, a 33 liter version. Now, the 13 and 33 liter version, I believe, are a Cordura nylon only, where the wax canvas, again, is only available in the 25 liter. So those versions can be washed if they get dirty, but they're all designed the same. And I will say, I do like the design of this bag. I've been EDCing this. You can see I have it set up. All of my EDC carry is in this bag right now. And one of the things that I thought may have been a bit of an issue was the shoe garage. I didn't think it was going to be a big issue, but there is a shoe garage in here to help separate your shoes from the rest of your clothing. And it does create a little bit of bulk at the bottom of the bag. Now, it's a very thin nylon membrane, so it does pack down pretty smoothly. And honestly, I forgot that there was a shoe garage in here. So I thought it might have taken up a little bit of space in the main body of the bag, but it ended up being a non-issue, because had I not told you there was a shoe garage in the bottom, that this was just an EDC bag, you might not have known, because it packed down quite well, and until I was rummaging in here trying to find a tote bag to carry a few things that I had to set up for returns yesterday. Literally yesterday, the day before I filmed this, I realized that there was a shoe garage in there because I had my hand at the bottom of the bag and I felt something and I didn't know what it was. So I pulled it up and saw, oh, it's the shoe garage. So it's in there and it does work well. If you're going to be using this for travel or a gym bag, you will stick your shoes in there and it helps to keep them separate from the main body of the bag. We'll pull everything out and show you all that first, but I wanted to show you how I have it loaded out. I don't always use my water bottle pockets as water bottle pockets, but I do use them quite a bit. This time of the year, I don't have them in here. They're my jacket pocket, but sometimes when I go to work, I'll actually throw my gloves in one, or my hat. If I get hot, I'll throw my gloves or my hat in one of my water bottle pockets. In this case, I do a lot of footwear reviews too. So I keep a little tripod so I can plop my phone down and get walks for the footwear, because sometimes you don't have something to just prop your phone against when you're trying to show off a pair of shoes or boots. So I've been carrying this with me for the past couple of months, and it's quite convenient to have it on the outside of the bag, because while it's not very big or bulky, it does have a bit of an awkward shape to it, and it tends to get caught on things inside the bag. So having a water bottle pocket that I can stick it in is very, very convenient. Across the top, we do have a QA pocket that I inadvertently forgot to take out my work ID, but in this top pocket, I keep my work ID. I have 2 pens, a pencil, and some random junk. I think I have like some cortisone for my eczema when that acts up this time of the year with a dry skin. I have some lip balm in there, things of that nature. And then the front of the bag, we have, I don't think I have anything in this front pocket, no, because this is one of the things I would change, would be the layout of these front pockets here. Now there's 3 pockets all layered on top of each other. We have this zipper pocket here, we have this zipper pocket here, which is what I actually have stuff in, and then inside the bag there is another zipper pocket that lines up with this. So you have 3 pockets stacked on top of each other, and they just take up the same space. There is a little bit of dimension to this front zipper pocket here, but not enough to really use it for anything. So I keep my 2 Skin Solutions pouches in here. One's like, first aid kit, not really first aid kit, but it's got like aspirins, ibuprofen, my cholesterol medication, because that's what I'm at these days. Allergy medication for the summer, things of that nature. And this has some plugs for like my tablet and some random things. So like I keep these easily accessible because I might need them, and that's all I have in those 3 pockets, because you just can't really line them up. What I would have personally liked to see done was the internal pocket, put it up a little bit higher on the bag, so it's up higher, so you can access that and these pockets at the same time. Otherwise, all 3 are taking up the same space, which kind of sucks. That means you can't really utilize them all. Now, one of the really cool features I like about this bag, let's remove this, it makes it a little easier. So we have this daisy chaining here. Okay, you can utilize that, you can clip anything to it, but this is where you would stick your weight belt. Both of these come loose, so you would wrap your weight belt through there, and then pass it through the back of the bag, because that goes all the way through, and you would just wrap it through, and then it would sit right there on the front outside of the bag, which I think is a great idea. Now, I don't lift, I said that earlier. I've never used a weight belt, but I believe they are a very rigid belt, so that would take up a lot of internal space inside the bag. So having an area to wrap it around the bag so you don't have to put it inside is great. And because this is a top loader, you can still fully access the bag with your weight belt on and not have to take the belt off or move it around, or just not have the weight belt on there to access the bag. So the way it attaches to the outside of the bag and still gives you full access to the bag, that's a really great idea. I really, really like that. Again, you can fully access, close, open, get inside the bag with the weight belt still on it, and I really, really like that. Now, one thing that I thought might have been a slight issue was the fact that this is only top access, but it does open enough that I can easily access everything inside this bag. Can you see? It's a kind of a dark black hole, but yeah, you can kind of see. I can get into here and I can get everything inside the bag easily. This opens wide enough that I can do so. I thought it might have been a little bit of a narrow opening, but I was wrong. It is actually very, very user-friendly. Now, what we have inside the bag, my tech kit, baseball cap, because Sometimes the Scullies make my head a little bit, my hair a little bit crazy, or I get a little hot. I have my admin kit that I keep saying I'm going to remove, I just never do. What else do we have in here? A notebook, because yes, I still actually take paper notes. Extra skull cap. A second extra skull cap. I was actually looking for this. I forgot I had that one. And then we have the one thing that I have in that liner pocket on the inside is my first aid kit, because it is pretty flat and narrow. It's the only thing that'll fit in there, sharing all that internal space. And we have a little tote bag when I need to carry some packages or something like that, and my tablet. And then we have a big open space. And here you can see that is the shoe garage that you would access from the bottom of the bag. You would zip that open, stick your shoes, and you would slide them on the inside or underside of the bag. Zip that closed, and then you can see here we have our shoes are completely separated in the internal body of the bag from everything else, because they are stashed inside this little pouch here, which works out really well if you have some sweaty gym clothes that you don't want touching everything else inside the bag. You now have a separation layer. And when you don't want to have your shoes in there, you will simply unzip, remove, and you can zip this back up, and it will pack pretty flat against the bottom of the bag. And once you put some weight into it, it compresses and you have no idea that it's even there until the day before you go to film, when you're trying to find a tote bag and you grab something at the bottom of your bag and realize it was the shoe garage. Now, one other issue I have with this bag, this is one that I think should be changed, is this. You can see that the tab here, it has this extra strap. This is how you secure the laptop tablet sleeve in there. Now, even when it's secured, it does have some slack and it does bounce a little bit. I think that this should be completely removed, because I don't use it closed. It makes it harder to access things. So now I have this little piece in the way, and I have this little strap that's kind of in the way. And even if it is closed, there's still a lot of slack in the front of this tablet sleeve here. So I would like to see maybe just an elastic band across the front of this, so it would suck it in, and then you don't have to have the buckle and the strap in the way. And since it's really not doing much, it would actually secure the front of the tablet sleeve closer to the back of the bag, securing your tablet a lot better, because that elastic band would suck it in, and I think it would just work overall much better, and you would have less kind of just junk in the way. So I would completely remove these two straps, because again, I still have a lot of slack even with it closed, and put an elastic band across this. I think that would just work out much, much better. Functionality, it's going to hold a tablet better. It's going to hold this pocket cleaner against the back of the bag, and you're going to get rid of some bulk that could be in the way of everything inside your bag. Because when you have a 25-liter bag, that's a good size, but if you are using this for the gym, you're trying to put a lot of stuff in here. You're probably going to have some of your daily carry in here, along with your gym clothes, any toiletries to get cleaned up at the gym, a towel, things of that nature. So this bag's going to fill up fast, so any little bit of less bulk, especially some bulk that's going to get in the way, it would be a really good thing, and it would just be an overall cleaner look as well as much better functionality. But other than that, it has actually functioned really, really well as an EDC bag. It fits, as you saw, everything I took out of it. It fits all of this stuff nicely. Now, the one thing that makes it not look heritage is the fact that it does have some of this air mesh back paneling. Generally, with a heritage style bag, you're just gonna have like a wax back. Sometimes you'll have like a 210D under backing that's a little bit softer on clothing, so you're not kind of giving that abrasiveness to clothing or rubbing wax on clothing. But having the air mesh takes it a little bit further away from that heritage look. Now, one thing that I don't think they thought about, which would come in handy if you might want to use this for travel, is the pass-through for the weight belt actually acts as like a hidden pocket. So it does go all the way to the bottom. So if you're using this for travel, a lot of travel backpacks have a secured pocket on the back of the bag, a little zipper that hides someplace, like usually in the center or right on the side, so you can put stuff in there that makes it harder for a thief to get, because that pocket being against the body, it's A, it's hidden, and B, it's closer to the body, so it's really hard for them to get into and steal anything. You put like cash, passports, tickets, wallets, things of that nature would go in there. But This has this big dump, and there's no access in the bottom. There's no ports or outlets at all in the bottom of the bag. So you can stick something inside this back panel securely and it's not going to fall out. So now overall, do I think that the KNKG 25-liter core backpack and wax canvas is worth $270 USD? No, I don't. It's got some good features to it. It's got some really well thought out ideas, but I think that might be a little bit overpriced for what you're getting for a wax bag here. I would say this is probably $225 all day long. That's a pretty good price for what you're getting here. Now, if they addressed a few of the issues, I think, that laptop sleeve and the organization or the way the layout of the pockets here, I think you could probably expand that maybe up to the $250 range, but I think $275 or $270, whatever I said, that might be a little bit of a reach. It is a good bag. It's well thought out. It's been durable for me. I've been caught in the snow and the rain with it and nothing has wet it out. So overall, the wax canvas has been working. It's been doing its job, but I think there's a few flaws in the bag that, if were addressed, would be worth maybe upwards of $250. But I think it's like a $200 to $225 bag. I think that would be a very fair price point for what you're getting. Again, it's got some well thought out features to it. Like, I really like the way the weight belt would attach to the bag without taking up space. But that laptop sleeve and the way that these three pockets are stacked, I think that needs to be worked out. So utilize the pocket, all three of the pockets, because right now you really can't, and utilize the laptop sleeve a little bit more efficiently and make the bag look cleaner and function better. After that, I think maybe $250 would be a good price point for it, but it's a decent bag. It's an okay bag. If you see someone selling one secondhand, you know, around that $200 price, but I'd say snag one. It's not a bad bag. It's got some good features to it, but I think it could use a little bit of work, and then it could be a lot better of a pack. And really, it's just a couple of tweaks, and it would really improve the functionality of this bag quite a bit. So I hope this video helped you just a little bit. So don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.